All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 14th anniversary stream on twitch.tv/LotraStream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings/live, and facebook.com/Lotra. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. It is nice to be here with everyone for the next hour. I'm going to be hanging out, running some stuff, doing some further adventures, which just debuted this week. We're going to talk a little bit about anything you want to talk about. And we'll see, I've got a Discord room going. Some Lotra devs might be popping in and out a little bit when they can stop in over lunch, that sort of thing as well. So a fairly casual stream today, but I'm also going to play it by ear, I think. We'll see how much my guts hold up. But I might spawn a Balrog or two. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes, how this hour goes. But welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for being here today. Sorry, there is one thing that is driving me bonkers. That is this. There we go. I'm a perfectionist. You wouldn't know it, though, would you? Anyway, what are we up here to do today? This is the further adventures of Bilbo Baggins begins in Rivendell, near the last homely house. This debuted with update 29.5 on Monday, and you can get it for free. So, coupon code Save Bilbo gets you it for free. And that's for limited time, though, so you can find out more at lotra.com/further adventures. Again, lotra.com/further adventures. You can also find the release notes over on lotra.com this week if you want to find out what else happened in the update. We did have an update to the Legendary Worlds as well. We don't have an exact name for that particular period of updates 18, 19, and 20, the sort of pre-Mordor stuff. Internally and now externally, I guess, in the release notes, it's being called The Wastes, but that's because of the area up to the Black Gate, essentially. And a level cap of 105 is what we have over on the Legendary Worlds. And then, of course, Wednesday kicked off all the anniversary stuff. So, you can find out more at lotro.com/14th anniversary, 14th anniversary. And you can find out more about the gifts. You can see some of the pictures, picture frames that you can get. I redid that whole page for this year. So it's still needs work. It still needs a little work. But it's the anniversary page is looking pretty good in terms of all the portrait frames. I finally redid all of the assets for the anniversary page that we'd been doing over the years. So we'll see how that goes next year. But at the very least, that's going on. So let me just quick say, for those who don't know, the anniversary event itself runs through May 11th. May 11th, being shut off at 3 a.m. Eastern on May 12th. You've got really all year, as Little Redhead explained on the last show here, that you basically have all year to log in to get the 14th anniversary gift. You have through April, last day of April 2022. So there you go. But then this weekend we also have a plus 20% Virtue XP boost. So at the very least, click on those Virtue XP stuff things this weekend. There you go. We've got a dev diary for Made of Lions over on lotra.com, and that's pretty awesome too. You can go find out as Made of Lions looks back at the very first quest that he can recall. And so there we go. It's pretty good stuff. So you can find that on lotra.com as well. Last Friday, we kicked things off by having a Q&A with Severlin, so if you haven't had a chance to check that out yet, that might be something you could watch this weekend when you're doing anniversary stuff or what have you. So we've kind of been busy releasing stuff all week long here on the Lotra side. So as we celebrate our 14th anniversary, 1-4, and so that's looking pretty cool. I actually, you know what I'm gonna do real quick? I'm actually gonna log into one of my other characters just to show off the anniversary hat. I don't think I claimed it on this guy, and I like my other character, so I'm just gonna do that real quick so you can kind of see some of the anniversary gifts. This is my level 125 High Elf Guardian that I'm basically playing with friends only. Have we opened up a bottle of champagne? I'm guessing some people might tonight. I will not myself. I'm not a drinker, you know. But yeah. So anniversary event is back. Let's see. The gifts aren't that great. Sorry. Oh right. Thank you for bringing up the other thing that happened this week. The other thing that happened this week on Twitch is on Wednesday we had a particularly good, and they've all been awesome, casual stroll through Evendim, and that was done by Scenario. So there you go. All right, so here's the hat. Here's one of the hats anyway, and here's the. Oops, I've got the cosmetic. Let me call it the cosmetic quick so you can just kind of take a look at it. There we go. So the other hat is boink. It basically has the short brim and kind of the wider brim version. So it seems to be not wanting to play along very nice. But that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, that's what's going on with that. So, anniversary event there for that. And I've got the Springfest outfit on that I think kind of works particularly well with this setup when I was running further adventures and stuff earlier this week. So there we go. Yeah, over on the Twitch side, we've got a whole bunch of raffles happening. And I want to mention that over on the Twitch side, that would be twitch.tv/LotraStream. Hello, everyone over on Twitch. We are going clear through midnight tonight with 100% Lotra streaming. So, good stuff. And I'm going to be popping in on admin characters throughout the day. I promise to hit every server, but the only way I'm going to do this is if I do it all sneaky style when I'm not on camera. Although it may occasionally be during people's streams, as you just saw we do with Little Redhead 42 there. So we'll see. But I will be visiting at some point all the servers here today. I will have to think about whether it's appropriate to visit the Legendary Worlds. But at least all the main servers here today. And probably Legendary, right? But I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm just not thinking of. Anyway. I'll be doing that throughout the day, all sneaky style. So I'll be dropping kind of like some festival consumables like we saw last time. I've got a few skills I can do, and then things from the community loot list, which are, you know, in the public that we can give out for events like this. So that's what's up. Please do EU servers first. I will do my best to keep that in mind. The stream is lagging a bit, huh? That is unhappy news. Unhappy news. Okay, well. I can cut a few sources. That's what I can do. See if that helps. And you can see if this helps. And we can see this. And this helps. Okay. I think anything further might be unwise to cut. We did have a big windstorm here as well. I noticed my internet wasn't exactly the greatest last night, so hopefully that's not something going on, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to check out the further adventures here a little bit, and this mission structure works pretty well to kind of do it while I'm hanging out with chat, so I'm going to be getting to your questions here in a little bit. So what we've learned so far is Celeblier is looking for Bilbo, and that's what's up. You did have a question, but you don't know if it got answered because of lag. It has probably not been answered. I really haven't gotten to any questions yet. I've been working my way into the stream. So, there we go. And I want to make sure I keep a Discord popping up just in case anyone is swinging by to say hello. Hello, everyone. Just video stuttering. And that's all video camera, not just, say, game client. Unfortunately, I don't know what I might be able to do about that. Click on that. Cut back my video buffer slightly. Let's see if that'll help a little bit over on the Twitch side, actually, because I think I might be using just a smidge too much bandwidth. That would explain that kind of what have you. Okay. There we go. We'll see if that helps at all. My face isn't moving. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. So I am not doing a big public, hey, everyone on the game world gets to see me on each server. But I will be kind of popping between the different servers here today. Sneaky style doing some things. So I'll be in public areas. And typically the way it goes is whatever server I pop onto, word tends to spread fairly quickly, and then more people start showing up than realistically can be in that space, and so I kind of need to keep moving. And so what it ends up being is not necessarily the most fun experience for someone who's like, I am bound and determined to, be there. But I will do my best. I will focus on the European worlds first, as people have rightly pointed out, they're 6 hours ahead of us. And want to try not making them wait until 2 o'clock in the morning or what have you. But I do have other work to do today as well, like get out the beacon and things, and so I'll be doing that. As a matter of fact, I believe also later this afternoon I'm in a meeting where there's a little bit of a status update, as it were, with the Brawler. So that's just an internal meeting. I'm not going to be broadcasting that one live. Sorry. Basically, I'm saying Elrond, we haven't seen Bilbo around for quite some time, and Elrond's like, speak to his kids and see if they have seen them. So the first kid is. The first kid is down, was up to the north up here, and then the other two are over by the last homely house. Alright, let me get to our chat. Alright, Arwen has not seen him. And I think I hear someone in chat. Is that maybe you, Made Alliance?
Testing.
It is.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Thank you so much for being here. How you doing? I'm just getting started on the new Further Adventures here. I think the way I'm going to handle it is I want to kind of tease Further Adventures, but I'm not going to do, say, all 10 parts or anything, because it did just come out on Monday, right? So I want to be careful not to overly spoil too much. So we're just going to kind of start things off with the Further Adventures, but very, very apropos that you're here.
Yeah, I wanted to jump in real fast to see if you were going to actually visit Arwen first, or if you were going to go find the other people you have to talk to. Because I just saw you run by Elrond, but one of those things that game developers are really proud of, tiny little details. If you visit Arwen first, Elrond comments as you run by.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry.
And if you go to the others first, then you miss that extra little thing that I spent an additional half hour or so on. So
also, as is true for game dev, you are waiting for players to notice it, and your own community manager just zips past it without even looking.
Yep.
So that also is very apropos.
But the advantage is that I can sign in and yell at you. I can't always do that to streamers. So
Nice. Oh, that's cool though. What a neat little Easter egg there. So tell me a little bit about kind of how do we actually get started to really work on those further adventures as kind of an idea from concept.
Yeah, I think that probably it's a constant sort of challenge actually, in that since we've been working on this game for so long, accessibility is a real challenge basically, because we're constantly adding things to the high level top side of the game, but we really want to tell these stories for as many people as possible. So having there be scalable content has been a thing that we've wanted forever. And further, once we got the mission system, like making more narrative-based missions seemed like a good kind of a test case to see, can we do short stories that are available to a wider range of people than just players that are at the very highest levels.
I just wanted to pop in quick and just mention that the reason Elrond is concerned at this point is because, we do know about the secret company having, at this point in the story, recently departed in Ladris, right? So, Elrond is perhaps at this point wondering, is it possible that Bilbo might be just, like, tagging along? Okay.
Well,
I don't want to get too much into the spoilers here, but
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Curious, I'm curious, were you intending to make an allegory of a possibility with kind of that echoing the Gollum stuff that happens, in the story?
I don't know if you remember, but when we first saw the trailer that they whipped up for us, you sent me a question, which was, is the music right for this? Because this feels really ominous. Like, Bilbo isn't traditionally having ominous, scary adventures. Has something seriously happened to him? And my answer was that it does. At the beginning, there is a very real risk that while Bilbo resisted the ring for longer than almost anyone else, I think that the power of the ring is such that there was a very real possibility that he could have followed the Smeagol Gollum route. It's not. I mean, I don't want to get into spoilers, but it should surprise no one who has read the book that that is not what has happened here. But
yeah.
But one thing that I really like about Further Adventures also is that this first one and any others that we make, the plan is to stamp them with a specific date and time, so that we are telling you when this adventure is taking place, which means that we can fill in gaps that we maybe skipped over or didn't show over the course of the main flow of the game. We can go back and fill in details for stories that we didn't cover. I think it's a pretty, like, we could certainly do things like that with normal side quests, but I like that here right at the outset we're telling you this is when it happens. One of the things that I am kind of fond of is when you play through the game, picking and choosing the quests that you're completing. And with Further Adventures, you could slot those right into the appropriate places in some cases. So it's almost a Lotro Gaiden sort of thing. Like, this is where the side stories go as you're playing through the game. That's a thing that I'm pretty fond of.
Okay, sweet. And what's it going to take for us to do like a worsted version of Bill in Further Adventures, so we can finally see him go all the way back?
The Further Adventures of Bill the Pony?
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie, I have considered that one.
Oh, yeah.
probably not going to be a mounted combat thing, but like, yeah, that was. I mean, we can't shut off our story brains.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
once we come up with this concept, we naturally we look through all of the characters that exist in Middle Earth, and we're like, ooh, what was this person up to? Like, what was this person up to?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's a pretty exciting thing. I'm not promising the further adventures of Bill the Pony, but it does make me laugh.
Well, I think it's an example, though. It's part of the reason I was thinking of it. It's a great example of when you read the story, you get so into these, characters and creatures and everything, and you just want to know. And then, of course, in many, many ways, of course, Tolkien is among the premier of providing lots of extra information if you want to seek it out, right? But there are still these gaps that gives you some creative space and us some creative space to kind of imagine a little bit. So.
Yeah, it's a really satisfying thought experiment for content designers to look at the quests and the stories that we already have in the game and to be like, well, what if we were to tell you what happens after, like, for example, after a particular date or after a certain quest series. Yeah, like there are a lot of fan favorite characters that we would also consider for further adventures, like not strictly Tolkien canon characters, but also Lotro canon characters. So yeah, there's a lot of potential for there. I'm pretty excited about it. The plan is to refine them also gameplay wise, to iron out the kinks. Like this, the further adventures of Bilbo Baggins is like a test case to see, like, do people like this concept, and if so, then hopefully we can expand on it.
Yeah, cool. All right, let me see what we have in chat. I haven't had a lot of time to get questions. People are also agreeing about Bill. Oh, Further Adventures of Farmer Maggot when exactly, right? Yeah, so
yeah, he and his dogs, see what they get up to. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got over on YouTube here as well. Twitch is laggy, YouTube is great. Well, maybe it's a Twitch thing. Now, I did, unfortunately, just trying to be in preparation for today's show, I wanted to have a rock-solid bandwidth on Twitch, so maybe I actually caused myself more problems. I bumped up my constant bit rate a little bit. I'm afraid that may actually have been basically the opposite of what I should have done. So, sorry, but there's not much I can do about it now. So, watch over on YouTube, I guess. Or Facebook. Also, hello everyone on Facebook. Yeah. Someone wants to see different lawn surfaces for houses. That would be cool to have, like, say, weather effects, or, snow is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like snow, right? So that kind of thing, or maybe, a more rocky land, things like that. That would be pretty cool. I think that would be a lovely wish list request someday, right? So. Bilbo's big midlife crisis. I think it might be, again, without getting into spoilers here, for those who know the story, right? I'm not so sure that Bilbo is the midpoint of his life.
I would actually say that might be kind of what the Further Adventures of Bilbo Baggins is. on some level. On some level, we've made that already.
Yeah. All right. Any chance of getting the Steed of the Hammerhand back? I believe the answer to that is an unfortunate no, because we committed it to being a pre-purchase exclusive in our own legal language when we did it back in the day, right? Because that was one of those pre-purchase exclusives that we've not been able to offer again because of its explicit time-limited window. So I don't believe it's likely we'll be bringing back that steed. I'm sorry. Again, as with the further adventures of Bilbo Baggins here, perhaps you need a time machine. Yes. I'm thinking of more of like an icy kind of thing. Like more of a restructure, as you say. Slides and everything. I would imagine Hobbits slid if they ever had an opportunity to slide in snow. Although I don't know if they ever had an opportunity. Oh, now that I'm no Tolkien scholar, but I don't really recall a lot of wintry scenes in Hobbiton.
You have to watch out when the Brandywine freezes, though, because then you get a bit of a wolf problem.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they had the Great Winter? Okay, so maybe there is a reference that I'm just missing, huh?
Play the Halloween festival when that comes around. There's a quest arc which refers to that.
Okay.
The Curse of Eerie Acres involves some Shire winter in its past.
Nice. Our anniversary sale is our double bonus points this year. That's kicking off, or that kicked off yesterday. And then we've got our anniversary gifts, and it's a bunch of freebies, honestly, this year, including the Save Bilbo thing. So that's kind of what we have going on in terms of anniversary specials. Is the big one is double bonus points that we do periodically, and then we've got all the freebies that we got going on this week, which is more than usual because of the Save Bilbo thing. So.
Sorry, I'm a loud talker. I will try to be a little less enthusiastic.
Well, it could be I've got your audio perhaps not quite mixed right either. So let me take care of some of that on my end.
When I speak, the house shakes.
I know, right? Well, obviously, you know me. I'm a loud talker as well, so I can fill a room. Yeah. So, under the thing of, if when you're doing the first one, choice can almost be a problem, how is it that you decided to settle on Bilbo? As opposed to one of the numerous other characters that you could do.
Yeah, it's funny because I had a list of characters that would have potential stories that we could tell. But I since I've repurposed one of those stories for other content, I don't mind telling you what it was, and I think you'll understand immediately why we chose Bilbo. One of the others that was in the running was The Further Adventures of Bill Ferny. And I've repurposed that particular storyline for something else, so okay. That won't be a further adventure. But given the choice between Bill Ferny and Bilbo Baggins, I think it's a pretty easy choice. We wanted someone also that would be that just is a good starting point, a good place for something that is very much Middle Earth and Lotro, and also kind of positive, Yeah. And Bill Ferny doesn't really get us the positive aspect of that.
And something that as you said, you could explore both lighter and deeper or more serious themes at the same time. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm not saying that Bill Ferny wouldn't have also had some of that, but he's not on the same level as Bilbo for sure.
Yeah. cool. All right, so what does today have Made of Lions working on a little bit? Are you kind of knee deep in update 30 here with the Blood of Azog? Azog?
I am actually working on an update after that
Oh, okay.
at the moment.
Okay,
I'm
so we
working
we
on a
know we have announced publicly that is Gundabad, so
yes,
that's you, huh? Yeah,
I am hard at work on the Legacy of Durin and the Trials of the Dwarves,
nice,
um, which is going to be quite a thing. So I'm very proud of it.
nice, nice.
But players won't see that for a little bit.
Yep, yep. Some of the music I played, actually, the track I started playing while I was getting the show kind of up and running on the 3 channels this afternoon was one of the new tracks for Update 30, Blood of Azog. And also, am I saying that right? Is it Azog? Or Azog? You know?
So I'm really bad with pronunciation. I think it's Azog,
Azog? Okay.
but I'm not the guy to ask for pronunciations.
And I'm not the person to go to for your Tolkien pronunciations either, so ultimately, you know.
The only one I can say is it was Celeblier, not Celeblier, but that's okay.
So,
But I'm not sure about Azog. I think Blood of Azog. Opinion in the chat maybe can tell us for sure. Azog, I was right.
nice. All right. Well, that's cool. So what do we got? Would love to know how Made of Lions got the job. Must be a dream job for a Tolkien nerd. Have you mentioned that? Are you comfortable talking about that at all?
Yeah, I feel like I've mentioned it over the years. But I went to law school and became a lawyer, and then was spit out of the Boston legal employment market and was unemployed. And I heard that there was a company that was making a Lord of the Rings MMO, and I applied at Turbine and managed to get the job and never looked back after that. It's funny, the in the interview, one of the things that I was asked was if you could design content for any area of Middle Earth, what area would it be? And my answer was Foreshell, or Foreshell, I guess, depending on how much of a stickler we are for the pronunciations. And as it turns out, I didn't actually get to do very much in Foreshell because pre-production had started on the Mines of Moria. So by that point, the area I really wanted to work on, I didn't get to work on really. So
Yep. Yep. And now, 14 years later, you're still here.
yeah, and couldn't be happier.
I know. It's amazing. It is amazing. Because, you know, I think I, too, have not had a lot of wide game industry experience outside of this particular operation, right? Because I went from radio to journalism to community work, you know, through kind of that process as well. But I know, just because I know, that working for a very long time in video games for the same studio and such is something that not everyone gets the opportunity to do. And it comes with some real benefits of being able to, I don't know, pursue your passion in a way where you don't kind of have this guillotine kind of hanging over your head like maybe you do in some other development work, where simply, you know, it's a short-term project, so to speak, right? So
I designed video games on like a hobbyist level before I started working on Lotro. And one of the giveaways probably should have been that in law school they let you use laptops, and I was designing games for RPG Maker while I was sitting in class. That maybe that was a giveaway that I was not in the right profession at the time. Or it might be why I was unemployed after law school. Who can say? But it all worked out.
And I've always been a big talker, so I guess that was obvious too. I've, Even as a kid, you look at old videos of me. I haven't changed. I'm still like 6 years old. What can I say?
One of my
But,
earliest memories is I found my mom's copy of Fellowship of the Ring, and like down in the basement or something. And I brought it to my friend's house next door, and I remember sitting on top of like the slide of their swing set, like reading the Fellowship of the Ring. Uh, just a colossal nerd, even then.
all right, I think I will do this one last chapter. I'll go up to chapter 4, right? And then we don't give away where Bilbo is at the end of chapter 4, do we? I don't think.
Nope, no, we
Okay.
don't.
So I think I'll do this chapter 4 and then kind of leave the further adventures for the show at that. So. Yep.
Alrighty.
I want to be careful I don't get too far into it, right? So.
And because game designers always are like this, I'm glad you're stopping before chapter 5, which is the one of these chapters I am least proud of.
Oh
Given
no.
the chance to do it again, I would probably redesign chapter 5.
That is such a tough thing. No, I
We
read
all
this
have our
myself
favorites.
last night and I thought it was really nice. So, thank you. Yeah. Looks like we got a last call on our raffle over on Twitch. So, we're giving away like 100-point codes and we got some good stuff as well. And we even have a biggie here at some point. I am not catching which one this happens to be. Yes, this is it. This is the War of Three Peaks Ultimate that we're giving away right now. So let us keep that raffle open if it's all right, Elda in chat, for another minute now that I've talked about it on the show. But we got an ultimate here that we're going to be giving away over on the Twitch side here for our 14th anniversary. So let's keep that open for just another minute if we can. And see if we can't get some more peeps in here. So good luck, everyone, if you want to take part of that. It's only over on Twitch. Sorry, Facebook. Facebook doesn't allow that kind of thing. And sorry, YouTube. YouTube has... There are some technical and other challenges to being able to offer giveaways on any channel other than Twitch. Sorry about that. The other guy is Made Alliance, and I'm Cordovan here for about the next 20 minutes or so, just kind of hanging out for our 14th anniversary, having fun. This is our 14th anniversary on technically Sunday, right? Sunday, Saturday. Although the game had already been well open at this point, and people were streaming in from betas and elsewhere. So there we go. Soft launch is the way it was done back in the day. Bring in lots of people over time, right? So, and then there was a big retail day where everything just kind of, the gates blew open. Update 30 is next, and it's also going to be this summer. Other than that, I don't think we're in a position to offer a more specific date. Sorry. So can our next class after Brawler be a legal eagle who has attacks like restraining order and that sort of thing? That's pretty hilarious. I don't think they really... Well, I'm sure... Surely they had some kind of financial dispute resolution system. Local barristers or what have you. Something like that. Those quests would take a while to get through, though. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be like a 13-month-long quest, so... On updating the game graphics as a whole, Sev did talk about that in last Friday's Q&A, so I think I'll refer you to that, but we're always interested in that kind of thing, but we have nothing to announce at this specific time. winding up in the games industry is kind of like winding up at Denny's after intending to eat somewhere else. No. Well, maybe. I don't think so, though. I think most of us who manage to get that mix of skill and luck to get into the games industry would say that they wanted very much to eat at Denny's and worked very hard to get there. And so there's luck there too, but I don't think it's generally you find yourself falling into it. It's fine. It's something you find yourself compelled to do. I think more often than not. And then, of course, for some positions more than others, it's very much, you know, a deliberate choice. Because some of those, let's see, software engineers and programmers and what have you, have the kind of technical skill set that puts them pretty in high demand in today's world. And so, you know, they often do have a choice as to whether they want to work at a video game studio or something else. And choose video games. My first day memories on the job were that I was nervous as heck. I had no idea what to expect, and I just wanted to not be out of a job by the end of the day. I didn't want them to be like, you know what, we just made the worst mistake. We're so sorry. We don't know what we were thinking. We're gonna have to go now. Yeah, that's what I remember. I was pretty much petrified the whole day.
That more or less lines up with my experience too.
Yeah.
I accidentally wiped out some of Pearson's work shortly after I got to Turbine, which was not a great way to meet him.
Yeah. But mostly, I think those first couple of days, I had moved from one state to, I had relocated to Massachusetts to get here, and so that first day was really a bit of a rolling start as well, where I mostly remember, I think, it being paperwork, and then just trying to work with a few people at the time to coordinate, you know, some tech and other things. W-2s and all that, so I believe it was mostly about paperwork more than anything. But you know, when I was hired at the same time, for those who know the name as Celestrata over on the Lotro side. At that point, this would have been in November of 2010. Celestrata was hired to help out Sapience, and I was hired to help out Tolero on the other game side. So my first day was not focused on this particular game. I did do some work back in 2010-ish even. Well, I guess it would have been about 2011 by that point. Where both Celestrata and I were just kind of filling gaps as needed. And so I did, even back in that day, do some things related to Lotro, but for the most part, I didn't get there until quite some time. And actually, I didn't want to do this. I don't want to go into this one. So
I don't blame you.
Yep. So I also remember on my first day on the job, kind of bringing in my little pet project, because I was just like, I have to. So I remember going to one of the devs and saying, you need to do X. At which point, I believe their answer was, I will file this appropriately. Which was a perfectly fine thing for them to do. So... Oh, what am I doing now? I'm going to swap characters here for just a little.
Hello there. Happy anniversary.
Hey, how's it going? We got Pinion in the house here with us. Nice to see you. I'm actually going to log in real quick on an admin and pop over to Landreval for these last 10 minutes and do a couple of giveaways, as it were. So let me get that in place. So what is this Friday find you up to here, Pinion?
Oh, just working on some cool stuff for update 30.
Nice. So you are on Blood of Azog?
Yep. Yeah, I'm working on that with a couple of the other designers on the team, and it's really coming together. We're really excited about it.
Yep. We had our first kind of landscape tease this week over on our casual stroll, and we have more, of course, coming here with that in the relatively near future. But is there any kind of, without getting too spoilery or anything you can kind of think of to tease?
Well, for the folks that didn't see the stream, I could at least tease where the events of Update 30 occur, which is at Azanul Bazaar.
Yep. Ooh.
AKA the Dimral Dale.
And you got it right on the first try. Got that?
I've had to say it an awful lot in the past couple months.
I keep on trying to put an N there, but it isn't. It's and I'm not going to try it now. I actually see a few other people in chat here as well. I believe I'm trying to think of what your forum names are, though. So maybe you want to introduce yourself here. Outside of Pinion and Made Alliance. I don't want to say your name because I don't know if it's public facing. Oh, we got some quiet folks. That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, sorry. I was on mute.
Yes, you were on mute. No problem.
Yes. Hi, I'm Sansaray. I'm rarely on the forums. I rarely post, but I am the localization specialist here at Lord of the Rings Online.
Nice.
So I wanted to say hi.
Yeah. And you've been hard at work because we just got update 29.5 out this week, and there was quite a bit of localization involved, whereas they're not. So.
Oh yes, I have to say that the game has a lot of text, an amazing amount of text. Like we're talking over 6 million words of text, and when you think about that, there's a lot to do in the game. It's really amazing. It's a lot, but amazing.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Who else we got in chat here?
Oh, this is Shay. I don't have a forum name yet.
You don't. I know. That's why you were the one in particular I didn't want to name out loud because I wasn't sure what to say. Yeah.
I'm just frustrated enough with my mic that I'm like, whatever.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm going to sit outside of Thorin's Hall here for these last 10 minutes and drop off a few things while we chat. So what is this Friday find you working on? Are you kind of doing update 30 stuff as well? And have you been working on, say, Legendary Worlds here or anything else?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, specifically. Yep.
Yeah, I'm working with oh my gosh, I don't know other people's forum names either. Excuse me. So I'm new, if you can't tell. I've been with the company for about a year, and I'm working on update 30 as well. And yeah, super fun names and things to say. Previous to that, I was working on Wildwood.
Nice. And yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, it's just kind of one of those times where we just got done releasing a whole bunch of stuff this week, but on the development side, you've already been kind of at work for at least a week or so now on the next, right? It tends to be a rolling thing where you're kind of working ahead of the game, as it were.
Yeah, I'm still placing stuff and working in the engine to set everything up, but I'm already like in meetings and stuff for the next update. So it's constantly just like rolling forward.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, I am going to do one quick thing here related to the layout, and I'm putting my little face in front of the admin control panel so I can pick. The things I type in are not now public. Let's not do that, shall we? Here we go. And I'm dropping a few festival skills just out here, just to celebrate the anniversary. And if we get a little crowd going, maybe we'll spawn a couple of things here too for these final minutes here of our 14th anniversary stream, Court of the Rings style at least, right here on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Things are keeping going on all the way through at least midnight here over on the Twitch side. So twitch.tv/LotraStream is where you want to check out for giveaways. We're giving away 100 point codes. We're giving away some titles. We've got just a whole bunch of little goodies in that. And then, of course, over on Lotra.com as well, you can find out a whole bunch more, like Lotra.com/14th anniversary will get you more information about the gifts and other anniversary related things that you can receive. And if you go to Lotra.com/further adventures, you can find out more about the further adventures of Bilbo Baggins that came out at update 29.5 this week, including how to get it for free for a limited time. So you want to make sure you go over to Lotra.com/further adventures. If you play Lotra at all, at the very least, go get that coupon code and apply it. And also log into the game to make sure you get that anniversary stuff here as well. Alright. Dockster asks over in Twitch chat a question that we get fairly regularly over the years, which is, could we ever release in a Brazilian Portuguese? That has been something we've looked at over the years. At this time, we don't really have plans to do further localization beyond French and German. But we know that there's a passionate group of you out there that would love to see us do that someday. So we'll see what we can, if we can ever do something like that, perhaps. But nothing to announce, unfortunately, at this time related to that. All right. Can we play in Mordor now? If you're asking about the legendary worlds, the answer is not quite. If you're asking about the game itself, perhaps having taken a break for a little while, the answer is very much a yes. All right. I am giving away some little festival cosmetics just to say thanks. I've got a few things from a community loot list I can give out here as well today. But for the most part, these are minor. These are just some minor little skills and things like that. No power is being given out here today. But we do have some cool little fun things we can do. So we've got about 3 or so minutes left on the show today. So one of the things I'm actually going to do to wrap up the show is I want to get quiet for a little bit, and I'm going to be in game here, kind of having some fun. And in the background, I'm just going to let another one of our composer Bill Champagne's tracks play. And this is from Update 30, and we're going to get to it in just a minute here. So this is from the Blood of Azog, and this is one of the new tracks that's being worked on. So I think it's basically listed as the final version. You know, we'll see how that ends up going, but at the very least, this is a sneak peek at some of the music that'll be coming here in Update 30 as I wrap up our 14th anniversary stream over on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. After me is going to be the Tolkien Professor. So that'll be awesome. And then, like I said, over on the Twitch side, we are going clear through at least midnight here tonight. And I'll be popping in and out throughout the day. We have a lot of community streamers, however, who are going to be checking in, doing a good job that we've been seeing so far. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Oh, flash the SSG logo glass? My water glass I've been using? Yeah, I could do that. I can do that. Let me pop over to this and, there you go. Look at that. Isn't it sweet? It's one of my favorite glasses of all time. It's good for root beer floats. It's good for Kool-Aid. It's good for water.
It's
Or-
awesome. My boyfriend steals mine every time he comes over.
It's got the nice thick thing, so if you had to, I'm not saying I would ever chuck it at a monster or zombie or anything, but if I had to pick a glass to chuck at a zombie, it might be this one. I'm just saying.
No, I agree. It's a lot heavier than a lot of the glasses that I have. You do at least 5 to 10 points of damage with it, I think.
Yeah, pretty sure. So, all right, so
Yeah.
I am actually going to cut out here, but before I do that, I did want to give the rest of the team the chance to say both hello and also a happy anniversary, and then also thanks for watching to everyone here. So, kind of any final thoughts or anything from the group in chat?
Just wanted to say happy anniversary to all the great Lotro players out there, and thank you for being with us for all this time. It's a real privilege to work on the game.
Thank you.
I agree, and happy anniversary. Thanks. We love you guys.
All right, so
Yeah,
I am
thank you
going.
so much. Happy anniversary.
The show today, and we're going to play a few minutes of this audio track. This is an exploration in. Am I even going to try this? Yes. Azanul Bazaar. Azanul Bazaar. I believe I even said that maybe right. So, there we go. All right, thank you everyone for watching. It's really nice to see you, and I'll talk to you next week. Have fun. quick note that we actually have Lady Faye coming up here in just a minute rather than Tolkien Professor. I wanted to make sure I got the schedule corrected. So we have Lady Faye running for a few hours, then Winnie's going to join us, Druid's Fire, Eldolith, Wicked Eye Gaming, and Ballville, and I'll be popping in and out throughout the day as well.